I know that's right. Perfect, family. Welcome to this call again. I am BBURRELL, creator of DAEDAEKEYKEY, and I'm super excited, super blessed to see and be aware, you guys. I can't see everybody's face, but blessed to be with you guys here on tonight. And just do a quick little light training about how to day trade. As you guys know, I do have a masterclass coming up this weekend. Oh God, the masterclass is this weekend. So we do have a couple of tickets left. So if you guys want to tune into that, please, please, please check out the masterclass. It is not for beginners. I'm really in depth. It's a very virtual, hands-on. I do, you watch, you do, I watch. That's the whole game of that particular class. So that'll be this weekend for a day and a half. We're gonna be locked in. So if you want to learn and kind of skip your learning curve, or just really want to figure out how to mold it, you guys can join me this weekend. And then of course we have the signals going. If you guys want to participate in that, the markets are gradually getting back into what we say they're back tested flow state, if you will. And so signals are gradually doing better, guys. We did get hit with a lot of news. But ultimately, when it comes to taking signals, you definitely have to make sure you understand risk management and understand your own trading plan, because even no matter what opportunity you guys are leveraging for signals, please be mindful. You still have to honor your trading plan and your proper risk goals and stuff like that. So you don't have to take every trade. Once you hit your 5%, whatever your risk management is or your profit goal is, once you hit it, you could be done with that particular plan. Okay. But let's hop on into it, family. As you guys know, I like to keep trading as very simple as possible. Hold on, it's not clicking. Okay, there we go. As simple as possible. Let me see which position I'm in. A couple of them, you're odd. Okay, so I'm going to review the markets real quick. As you guys will notice, the markets are really choppy right now. We have a lot of consolidation going on, and consolidation can be good for trending markets. Okay, what we're having right now is heavy consolidated markets, so we're not getting any trends going on. And a lot of that is for this month. There's a lot of major events going on in the world. That's why I always tell people, when it comes to learning how to trade, you want to give yourself a good minimum of 2 years, 2 to 4 years of consistently trading, whether that's demo or live. But ultimately, you want to be able to understand that the markets are going to have its ups and downs. It's going to have these moments where, for instance, the past 3 years consecutively, the markets look pretty much the same to me. But if I was to compare February of this month to the previous 3 years, they will not look the same at all, because there's the Russia and Ukraine war going on. We have heavy inflation. Inflation is ridiculous right now. The supply chain is affected. If you guys know what supply chain is, that's delivery and stuff being shipped around the world. And then of course you have unemployment rates, interest rates and stuff like that going on. So because of the pandemic, it's causing a lot of changes to go on until things get back into its original flow state. The reason I always say trading is easy, because humans are creatures of habit. And right now, there's not a habit that everybody's typically flowing in, because a lot of people are recovering. A lot of people are trying to make things, a lot of companies are shutting down. So the markets are fluctuating because a lot of changes are made. So you want to be able to adjust your trading plan and be aware of that. And that's why I always tell people, the reason you want to have that much history under your belt when it comes to being involved in the markets, so that you can understand it's not going to be perfect every single year, but you begin to understand how to bring this experience and put it in your toolbox so that you can evolve. So we have, and then you can make those adjustments. So this is a beautiful trend here, but ultimately this month has been very, very consolidated, meaning it's just moving left to right. Oh, this is a beautiful trend. We're able to leverage this one. Oh, euro odd and euro pound. So being able to catch this trend, but I think I sent out a couple of trades where it was multiple entries all the way down the trend. And then the minute I sent out a trade, maybe the market movers put money in the market. And if you guys don't know what market movers are, because the banks and people who have hundreds and 8, 9 figures, because they can come in here and dump money in the market, we try not to call them market movers, which means they have the ability to basically control the market to a certain degree. They could come in and put a lot of order in. They could put a $50 million order in. Retail traders, guys, people like us, we only make up about 3 to 5% of the entire market. Okay. banks, institutional traders, corporations, they all have these big, huge Forex day trading departments. And so they have, 100 million, $250 million that they can put into these positions. And when they put that much into a position, guys, they can cause the market to move, right? They're trying to, sometimes people call them stop loss hunters, but those are things you guys want to be mindful of. People like us, regular people who are trading, it seems like a lot of people are trading, but guys, it's only 3%. We only make up about 3% of the entire foreign exchange market. The rest of it is banks, supply chains, institutional trading, and stuff like that. So they're moving 9 figures around the globe at a time. All right. So and so you had this beautiful trend, and then you had a little consolidation going on, and then the market continued the trend. Okay. So those are things you want to be aware of. Let's go over here to Euro pound. Hold on, what's that? GPBAD. So another one, so this is challenging when you want to, I ain't gonna say challenging. You just have to modify your trading style, but your trading plan. If for me, I trade breaks and retests. It's just typically trends. From January all the way to May, I'm usually seeing trends that's just tanking for months at a time. So right now, like I said, there's a lot going on overseas, and it's affecting people's currencies. Okay, so again, ton of consolidation. There's no trend, and so you'll find yourself just kind of. And then the trades they're lingering a little bit longer. I'm used to them lingering, but you guys will see yourself sitting in positions longer, depending on your trading style. Well, you'll place, a sale at 11 o'clock in the morning, and then it might not hit TP1 till 5 o'clock in the evening because the markets are consolidating for so long, meaning they're just sitting idled for quite some time. So you definitely have to get into that game of setting and forgetting. So, why is this not deleting? So I want you guys to be mindful. So if anything, remember, I need to trade more. You want to make sure you're staying in this trading game for at least 2 to 4 years, so you can see the different ways that the markets move, and you can begin to understand that and add that to your knowledge and your education and mostly your experience, and make those modifications along the way. So real quick before I get into DAEDAEKEYKEY, does anybody have any questions, concerns, anything you want to strengthen before I get on the charts? I'm gonna bring up my little checklist. If you guys see anything on this checklist that you would like to work on, please drop that in the chat box. Anything on this checklist that you would like to work on, you can drop it in the chat box. Now, be mindful. Remember, I keep it very simple. I trade one way, and I'm not an indicator trader. I don't know candlestick patterns, stuff like that. But if you guys see anything on this checklist, whether it's psychology or technicals, it's so funny because right before this call, this is the first time I've added news to my checklist. I just put news on here right before the call because this pandemic and this war is showing me something new. So I'm gonna make this yellow. We got a newbie on the list. All right, do you guys see anything on this list that you would like to improve on? Anything you'd like to strengthen? Does anybody have any questions, concerns? Your entries, your risk management. Remember, the markets are consolidating tons, so don't feel. I said this about 2 weeks ago. Make sure you guys are not speaking wrong to yourself. Make sure you guys are not speaking negative to yourself. If you know that your trading is well, your trading is good, just understand what's happening in the markets, and your turn will come back around here soon. Okay, so I just want to make sure you guys are aware of that. Okay, so we have, let's get into the training. If you guys have any concerns, please let me know in the chat or unmute your line. So there's 5 components to trading. I'm just going to keep it simple. You guys definitely want to make sure you take up a basics class. Make sure you're leveraging any different educational platforms to understand the basics of trading, and also being able to leverage other educators that you can watch on a daily basis, because I'm only teaching once a week. So you guys want to make sure you do that. Another thing you want to make sure you're aware of, please do not overlap different strategies and techniques, because you're going to be consuming a lot of information, but you won't be a trader. You know information, but you're not delegating that information to the charts and the markets. And so ultimately you're not learning, you're not actually trading. You just know a lot of stuff, right? So you don't want to overwhelm yourself knowing 50 million different strategies and you start to combine them and start creating your own little thing, and you know, it gets kind of crazy out there. So please make sure you find who you rock with, find your sensei, and keep it very, very simple. Do not combine strategies, guys. You're going to have paralysis by analysis, meaning you know so much information, but you don't know how to apply it because you're looking at so many different confirmations, you're looking at so many targets. And so now you're overwhelmed and you're like, man, bump this trading thing don't work. All right. So, but let's start from the top. So I'm gonna go from, you know, through the Australian dollars. Okay. AUD, USD. All right, perfect. Oh, it's consolidating. So when I'm scanning the markets, the first thing I'm looking for is the setup. So let me kind of start from the beginning. So the first component we have is support, and also known as a floor. So I'm going to highlight some support and floors right quick, and we're going to get into the break, into the actual entry point. So of course, support is when you have those two or more candles that are neck and neck. So right here, you have support. Use this. All right, so you have support here. All right, this is on the bottom. Adjust my color. All right, so you have support here. All right, this is the base of the candle. Support, support. We'll go up, 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 and then you have support again. Two or more candles next to each other. Boom, you got support. Then we go up again. You got some support here. Then you come down. You got some support here. Where's my crosshair? Okay. Wait, so support right here. Then you got support right here, dead in the middle. All right. Don't want to miss any levels of support when you're teaching your eyes to see it, when you're training your eyes. So support, come down. You got some support here. Support here. All right. So that's support, guys. It's the base of two or more candlesticks. That's where the body is. The thick part is the body. The skinny part is the wicks. All right. The thick part of the candlestick is the body. The skinny part is the wicks. So that's what we call support. And then the next part is the flip side of it, which is called, what's the second component, family? Anybody remember the second component? You can drop it in the chat or unmute your line. That's right. We got resistance. We got resistance. So we're at the base of the candle right now. So now we're going to go to the top side of the candle. So this is the base. And so now we're going to go to the top side. Now, notice how there's a line right above this. I didn't place this line here for this resistance. I placed it here for this support. And what you guys will realize is that support and resistance, a lot of time, this history, they will communicate a lot of times. And that's very important to be able to just remember that for future use. All right. So let's go over here to resistance. Resistance is the top side of those candles. The peak, if you will, two or more. So we got resistance here. Boom. Come down, come back up. You got resistance here. Boom, come down, go back up. Now, this body is really tiny. Most people will overlook this, but this is resistance right here. Okay, this is resistance right here. All right. And I teach open and close in a master class. You guys will be able to understand the importance of open and close of candles. Because a lot of people think they're trading colors, but we don't trade colors, we trade structure. So we'll keep that simple tonight. We got resistance. All right, price went up and then it came down and then boom, resistance right here. These two are neck and neck, almost three of them. And then resistance, and you got some resistance, and you got some resistance. This resistance also correlates with this resistance over here. All right, I go up again, got some more resistance, okay? So what you guys will notice is resistance on the top. We got support on the bottom, right? So what's the third component? Talk to me, talk to me. What's the third component? So we got support on the bottom, resistance on the top, body, wick, boom, shakalaka. We got consolidation. Thank you so much. Ms. Andrew, we got consolidation. Now remember, consolidation comes in many shapes and sizes, all right? Different variations. This whole level right here can be considered consolidation. Okay. And then there's many little miniature levels of consolidation, which I'll get to in just a second here. This whole block is consolidating, right? What we would like to see is something so beautiful like this. It's just going straight up. This is called a trend. This is a beautiful trend. You know, when it's moving up or down, obviously moving up and down like that, guys, those are where your best entries are. That's when you're going to be able to maximize the entire movement. And I don't know, my computer's about to die. All right, cool. So let me right click and delete, and let's get into some consolidation. So I'm going to start from right here and work my way down to give you guys some levels of consolidation. But let me pause for a second and get my charger. All right, cool. So we're going to go over consolidation next. Remember, consolidation can take many shapes and sizes, but the key is I want to show you guys a rhythm in the markets. DAEDAEKEYKEY is not a strategy. It's not even a technique almost. It's really exactly what the markets are already doing. It's just the metaphor gives it a fun name, a fun twist. So I'm not adding anything to the market. I'm not adding indicators. I'm not studying candlesticks. I'm literally just identifying the repetition that the markets do, and identifying a repetition was it allowed me to see how to be very profitable in the markets, right? So outside of news, there's kick you left and right, and market movers, when they dump a lot of money into the market, ultimately, guys, you're going to see the same redundancy in the market over and over and over again, all right? It blows my mind how people complicate trading. All right, so here we go. So we got consolidation. So follow my mouse. We got it here, this little area here. Price was starting down. Then it said idle just a little bit, okay? Then we got a longer wind of consolidation here. All right, it's actually 2 sets. So I'm gonna just kind of mark it here. So you got consolidation. Okay, my mouse ain't working. All right, so consolidation here, and then some consolidation here, and then here. All right, so then you have what we call accumulation. Basically, the institutions, they dump some money in the market, bring it back up here. And so price is sitting idle. So I want you guys to see how long this is sitting left to right. So you could have been in this trade. You could have said sell here, and you would have made some profit from there. From here, 60 down to 30. So you cost you a quick 30 pips. But to catch this entire move, you're sitting in here for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. A day and a half, you're sitting before the market decides to tank again, right? So this is what's going on right now. You have a lot of this is only 3 hours. This is kind of stuff I'm like, usually within an intraday. Intraday trading, your positions can usually close out within the same day. But I'm starting to see right now, a lot of positions are holding over to shoot a whole nother day here, right? So if you're a swing trader, which means you would just catch this trade and you will hold it for 2-3 weeks, right? Swing traders, they'll hold positions for a longer periods. Intraday traders, they'll usually take that trade within the same day. They catch their profit within the same day, and they're done trading for the day. So if you're a swing trader, like I can hold positions for a long time. I'm not really caught up on pips. I'm more concerned about percentages. All right. So, but as you guys can see, let's look at the uptrend here. Do you guys see those little moments of consolidation? It's like a staircase almost. Yes or no in the chat box? And so consolidation, when it comes to DAEDAEKEYKEY, is what I call consolidation. How about that? All right. So anytime you see price sitting stagnant, the market sitting stagnant like that, guys, that's what we usually call consolidation. Okay. The key to DAEDAEKEYKEY is to show you guys the redundancy in the market. You can modify it, you can tweak it whatever way you want. My goal is to show you guys how often the market does the same thing over and over and over again. Right. So let's right click. Anyway, so that's what you call consolidation. But how does DAEDAEKEYKEY play a role in the market? Well, let's kind of zoom in here and I'll start showing you guys some different things. Now, before I get into consolidation, the fourth component that we have is also known as a what? Anybody know what the fourth component is before I get into the analogy? Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. There we go, breakout. All right. So the breakout is, I'll explain it in the analogy, but the breakout is basically after you have support, family. Okay, we identify support first. It's the very first thing we went over. So once you have support, okay, there's usually a candle that breaks below it, right? So this is called a breakout candle. Who left the date night? Who left this area? Okay, everybody was sitting on top of the line, but this candle broke below the pink line. The pink line is sitting right at support. So this is called our breakout candle. Okay, so anytime you look at support, if you look to the right, you always see at some point one of the candles broke below that level. Okay, as you guys get more advanced, you'll learn how to group your consolidation, right? Somebody may be only looking at this area, but if I was to come to this chart and this is all the structure that I have, I'm going to go ahead and group it all together collectively and say, you know what, this is my lowest level of support. All of these wicks keep crossing this level. So I'm going to just kind of go with this level of support. It's the lowest level because this entire area is just having a date night. Everybody's just kind of hanging out. So I'm going to go with this candle as being the breakout candle that finally broke below this entire movement. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? So there's going to be, this is where experience, I can't teach you this necessarily. These are things you're going to have to be able to catch along the way. The reason trading takes time is because people can teach you the basic fundamentals, they can teach you structure, but it's going to take your participation and activity inside the markets for you to be like, oh, wait a minute, what's this? I've never seen this before. Let me add this to my toolbox, right? So you want to group your consolidation instead of like this one is just a small area. I can go with this one, but I'm going to group this entire area because if I use this level right here as my support level, what happened is price can come back down to this second level of support and go back up. I don't want to do that. I want to hurry up and get out of this entire box. So I'm going to go with this lowest level of support and this candle right here. I'm going to consider my breakout candle. You have a choice, whatever you want to consider. But again, looking at this stuff enough, guys, you guys are going to be able to discern it for yourself. So this is the breakout candle that I choose. Then it comes back and knocks on this door and price takes off, right? So that's what, and then I will group this. This is another level of support. I will group this support here as well. So this is so funny. Price came right back up to this level. Okay, cool. So, but let's go over the analogy right quick. So, so what happens a lot of times is too, once you guys identify your trading style, if the markets do not have the setup for your style, do not trade. Okay. Do not feel obligated to trade just because the markets are open every single day. All right. Okay, here we go. So first component we have is support. So let's say you woke up. This is all the structure that you have. This is all the structure that you have. And then you saw that day broke out. So in the consolidation moment, guys, we call the consolidation, we call this date night. Okay, day is red, Kiki is green. So they're on the date, they're having a good time, they're hanging out. They went out for Valentine's Day, right? And so they're hanging out for Valentine's Day. The next thing you know, Day is at Kiki house on the downtrend, okay? Day is at Kiki house on the downtrend. So Day is at Kiki house, they're having a good time. And he said, baby, man, I'm having such a good time, but I gotta let you know, who did your hair tonight? He said, who did your hair? And she's like, what? He said, man, the night was perfect, but it has been taking everything in me not to laugh at your hair all night. And so Kiki like, are you serious right now? So she paid $150 to get her hair done, but they don't like it. So what does Kiki say? You got to go. All right. So Kiki says, you got to leave the house. I can't believe you just said that. I'll see you later. Right. So when Day leaves the house, boom, you have what we call the breakout candle. All right. So consolidation is the date. Day leaving the house is the breakout. Y'all with me? Yes or no in the chat box. Talk to me, talk to me, talk to me. They leave the house, they leave the house. Okay. And then since Day done roasted Kiki hair, he don't hurt her feelings, and she and him like, I can't believe he said it to me. So Day leaves the house. but Daddy starting to feel sad. He's like, man, I guess I shouldn't have said that we was having such a good time. So what should Daddy do to make amends with Kiki? What is a proper thing to do when you hurt somebody's feelings? That's right. You should apologize. All right. So if Day is moving in a downward state right now, leaving the house, and he has to come back and talk to Kiki, which direction does he have to go to talk to Kiki? Does he continue to leave? Go back. That's right, Josh. Go back where? That would go up. We go back up. All right. So we're going back up to the consolidated area. We're going back up to the support line. Okay. So review. Date night, Day left the house. For Day to come back and apologize to Kiki, he needs to go back up and apologize. This is where we got to pause for a second, because this is how trading works. Okay. If you know that Day is going to come back and apologize, all you got to do is check your daily and 4-hour frame to confirm that you want to place this position. We don't just place the trade just because we know Day is going to come back and apologize. We got to go back to a higher frame to confirm, is the daily and 4-hour congruent with us selling this position. So before I press sell, I go to the daily frame. Let me put a line here. So I go to the daily, and I'm checking on the daily. I'm looking at my highs. Okay, does it make sense for me to sell this right now? Okay, so we got some sales from 2018. This is 2020. And what I see is price broke below here, price broke below here, just about another 100 pips to 200 pips below current price, right? So it's sold here. So we got a couple of sales on this level, right? So if you want to take the sale, you just remember that confirmation. Okay, I got a couple of sales on the daily. Why not? Let's go forward. Let me go to the 4-hour and identify the trend. So I will go to the 4-hour. And what I do see is that price, before we see the future, because we're predicting the future, what I do see is this price is bouncing up and down on this pink line. Do y'all see that? We got a sale here in November, okay? And then price sold again when it came to the line. But when it finally broke above, it was danced. It created like a 4-hour frame of consolidation inside this zone. Do y'all see that? Yes or no? It's just kind of dancing around in this area. So this is where you got to make the decision. Do you want to take the trade or not? Like, trading isn't necessarily mastering the markets and knowing it all. It's, listen, do I want to put my money right here? Yes or no? It's really what it boils down to. All right. After you do analysis, after you check the news, boom, I see some history. Do I want to go for this so win, or do I feel very confident in placing this position? Or is it I can care less? I under my risk management. If it wins, it wins. If it don't, it don't. I'm at that point now. All right. So that's what trading is. You're basically making a hypothesis. Okay. So we got a couple of sales on this level. Price started to get stronger right here, and right here. So if this is all, and if that's all I had today, I see that the 4 hours trying to sell, right? Then that's the decision that you make. It's no right or wrong answer, family. The most accurate answer you can have is honoring your risk management. That's the best thing you can do in the markets, right? Even with me, when I send trades out, trades are 20 pips. But if you do 20 pip with a 0.0 points per 100, that's 2%. You can lessen that. You don't have to do a 0.01 per $100. You can do 0.01 per $500. And you'll cut your risk management almost 5 times less than that, right? It'd be 0.02%. So it's ultimately, how well do I manage my money? It's not about how many pips things move and none of that, guys. It's about understanding the percentages and am I willing to take the risk? So if we are willing to take this risk right now, the daily was a decent sale. The 4 hour had some sales on it. It had some moments of consolidation, but ultimately you make the decision if you want to press sell or not. And am I willing to risk? Am I willing to gain? I can't get this to delete. Okay, hold on. So if I know that Day left the house, guys, at this point, it's if I feel confident with the daily and 4 hour and the 1 hour, if they're all congruent, at this point, you have to make a decision. And then we got some sales here, and then see how price sold and came back and knocked and sold, knocked and sold, knocked and sold. So I'm liking this. I'm liking the future for a sale just because the history sold. Day broke out right here when he tanked, sold here and respected this level. That's never mind. I'm getting too deep. That's instinct, but I'm seeing how price likes to sell on this level as well. So that's a decision that you make. Do you want to take the risk? Yes or no in the chat box. Do y'all want to take the risk? Yes or no? Give me that. Do you want to take the risk? Yes or no? So that's the decision that you make when it comes down to trading. You don't have to be the best trader, guys. You can be 50% on the market. You can be a 50% trader and still come out very profitable. 40% because it's about risk to reward. It's about risk management. All right. So accuracy definitely helps. But if you understand risk to reward, you're not tripping about how often you win the positions. If you gain more percentage and if you gain more profit, it can balance out your ratio, your winning ratio. Okay. So, but anyway, so we said we're going to take the risk. So at this point, guys, we see that Day left the house. Y'all told me he got to come back and apologize. So real quick, before I move on to the entry, the support, we're going to name this support level the door. Okay. So the neck of the body, the base of the body, we're going to call this level the door. Okay. Y'all drop the word door in the chat box for me. Okay. We're going to call the base of the body, or also known as the, what I call it. Base of the body, or, that's the door. All right. So, and then we're going to have us a second level called the doorbell. All right. So I'm going to make the edge of these wicks, this wick, I'm going to change it to green. And we're going to name this one, I just said it. What I said I was going to call this, y'all? Anybody remember? That's right, the doorbell. Now somebody said, well, how do you know which wick to choose? I can't teach you that. You got to go do your homework. You got to go analyze the markets. You have to get into your experience. You got to go dissect the markets and do that yourself. Let me see if it hit the wick here. Let me see if it hit the wick here. You got to go do that for yourself. All right. So we got the end of the wick is your doorbell and the base of the body. So this is where you come in. If you have confirmed, if you decided that you want to take the risk, you don't know what's going to happen in the future, but you have a good idea of what you think will happen in the future. That's what trading is. Have a good idea, have a good hypothesis. I think, I feel like this is going to hit this area 70%. It has a likelihood of 70% accuracy, a 90% accuracy that it'll hit this level. That's how trading works, right? So what you do now is you go over to your MetaTrader 4 and you place the trade. All right. So if the market is here, you can do a sell limit or you can do an execution. So what that means is in the future, you guys are telling me that Day is coming back up to the green or pink line. If he's coming back to apologize, he has to go back to the door or back to the doorbell and have a conversation with Kiki. And if she lets him in the house, you better hope you better hope it hits your wrist, right? Don't place a trade and don't have a stop loss in place. Okay. If it hits your wrist, great. All right. If Day leaves, if she has a conversation with Day and Day knocks on that door or doorbell, or maybe she don't answer the door at all, and Day leaves again, that means you go into profit. Okay. So what that means, guys, you grab your phone and you will place this trade. So you go to AUD USD, and then you're saying Day has to have a conversation with Kiki. So that means he has to go back up to the entry. All right. Entry, the door entry. How about that? Come to my door entry. So that those numbers on the right side of the screen is considered your entry price. That is where you are telling Day to enter a trade, because you are predicting that Kiki is not about to have another date with him, and she's not about to let him back into the house, back into the consolidation. All right. So you grab your phone, you can do a sell limit, which means Day goes up and then goes down, or you can just wait till he enters between your green and pink zone and just press sell execution. When you do executions, You don't actually have a set entry price. You just have a set entry zone. Does that make sense, family? Because when you execute, the market's gonna put you in where you press wherever you got in it. All right. So y'all with me? So we're gonna do a limit or execution. If you do limits, you can set your price. But if you do an execution, that means you got to be prepared when data is at the door. All right, door entry, door zone, entry price. All right. So you're saying you're going to get into this trade between the green level and the pink level. All right. So, and then from there, you just calculate your stop loss and you take profit. All right. It'll be based off your risk management. Okay. I'm just going to throw a number out there, 72.41. All right. And then we'll do a take profit of, meaning this is where we're looking to make money. Between 72.08 and below. All right. So we'll just go to 72.08 or below. All right. So this is what you will set inside the app. You tell the app, enter me in this position at this level, all right, between the green and pink level, which is these numbers on the right side of the screen. So, hey, MetaTrader 4, activate my trade at these areas and take me out of the trade if Dede and Kiki spend the night again. If Dede spends the night at Kiki house, take me out of the trade. If Dede doesn't make it inside Kiki house, I know I'm about to make some money. So you can go for 10, 20, 30, 40 pip target and beyond. Okay. So let's see what happens. Remember, the market moves on ends and lightning bolts. So in the future, I'm gonna draw over here real quick. So follow my mouse. We're looking for Dede left the house. Okay. We're looking for Dede to go back up to our entry zone for the future. This is where we're looking for him to enter in the future. Okay. And then if Kiki doesn't let him in the future, we're expecting Dede to leave the house. Okay. This is what we're expecting to happen in the future. Okay. Y'all got it? If you got it, drop a 1. If you don't got it, drop a 2. If you got it, drop a 1. If you don't have it, drop a 2. Okay. This is what we're looking to happen in the future. We cannot see the future. We can only predict what we hope to happen in the future. That's how trading works. All right. Date night, Dede left the house. If he comes back and apologize, if he knocks on that door or ring that doorbell, our MetaTrader 4 app is going to activate the trade and says, all right, it's time to get paid. All right. So let's see what happens. So I'm going to just pull this up. So we got our breakout, which is this line here. All right. So I need this line to happen. I need Dede to go back up to the entry zone. So I need the arrow to happen next. Okay. The first arrow. All right. So let's see if we get a first arrow move. So we got this one. Woo! Right on the money. Open, close, open. All right. So this is why I got us to open and close the candles. Any candle that has a wick on it used to be the opposite color. So when this candle started, it went up for, I don't know if y'all can y'all see that wick at the top of that candle? Can y'all see that wick on the top of this candle right here? Y'all see the wick on the top side? Okay, good. So that means the candle went up first. Okay, so this candle started here and it pushed down. It pushed all the way down here first, and then it closed here. That means that's where the exchange rate settled at. All right. Then the new candlestick developed. The buyers they're coming in. They're taking over. Your trade activates at the doorbell. All right. So the candle turns green, goes up, and then it turns red because it goes back down into a sell. The sellers come in and they take over. On your first candle, price dropped to 71.93. So from 18 plus 7, 25. So the candle dropped 25 pips on the very next candle. Activated, dropped 25 pips. That means your TP already activated. Okay. So Dede left the house. Dede came back up. So we got our second arrow. This is our second arrow. Dede came back up and knocked on the door. Rung the doorbell. Y'all following me? Not only did he hit the doorbell, but we got our same leave in the same candle. So I'm gonna drag this over here. We got our leaving candle at the same time as well. So he came up at the top of the candle, but he turned around and left. And so, boom. This is another entry because it hits the wick, but I'll go there another time. Okay. So, but that's how it works. I'm gonna pull this all the way over to about right here. Okay. So are y'all following? Date night, day they left the house. The candle went up first because we got a wick on the top of this candle. The candle turned green, then came all the way back down. And then you actually dropped all the way down here. So you got you about 40 pips off 2 candles. Okay. Y'all got it? Yes or no? 1 for yes, 2 for no, 1 for yes, 2 for no. So that's how it works, right? So then you got the next one. So I'm just going to drag this entire conversation to this area. So I'm going to bring the consolidation box down. All right. So now we got another setup. So we got the consolidation, but now I have to make this consolidation a little bit more bigger because this date is really long. Okay. So this is the structure that I have. I have date night. I'm going to bring my support level to the lowest level of support, which is here. Okay. And I'm going to bring my wick to this wick. Now, why did I choose this wick? Somebody's probably wondering. Y'all wondering why I chose this wick? So this is the lowest wick I'm gonna go with, but I love how this is, there's a middle wick. I'm not gonna put a line on it, but I can add a second wick if I wanted to, a second line here, because there's a lot of communication with this like mid-level right here. All right, so if it's communicating with this mid-level a lot, that means it has to at least cross this one, right? Got to cross this one to get to the mid-level. So ultimately, it doesn't really matter. I can care less as long as it comes between what? Anybody know what my answer is? I'm not so obsessed with the wick. I'm prefer. My question is why do I care less which wick it is? I'm more concerned about, I don't want to say the word because that's the answer. There you go, the zone. There you go. So as long as day comes inside this zone in the future, I'm gonna just press execution. Okay. So let's see what happens. So we got the setup, right? So if we see the setup, we got a date night. We had the support here, day left, but day is causing a lot of consolidation. So because this is my lowest level of support, what happens after support, guys? What happens after the support? What am I looking for to happen next? That's right. So we scroll, I come back and check the structure, see if anything happened, anything new happened. Do I have a breakout yet? Perfect. Everybody else agree? There we go. Good job. So keep moving. Boom. Do I have a breakout yet? Keep data out yet? Perfect. So let me bring my breakout arrow over here. So that's my breakout arrow. That candle left, the candle broke below this level and this level. Just so you guys know, I'm only looking for the candle to break below the base of the body. I'm not looking for it to break past the wicks. I'm looking for it to break past the base of this bodies. Okay. So price broke below. So now that I know that Day has officially left the house, what am I looking for next? This is where it's time to trade. After you got the setup, I've already confirmed. Now, I'm not going to confirm this same pair again. I've already confirmed the daily and 4 hour. Now, one thing I can tell you, I just realized this is a reversal zone. So this price came here, consolidated, and went back up. So remember, you have a choice. The Day can do the same thing in the current moment we're in now. He can come and hang her out and consolidate and reverse on you. Okay. So remember, you have to make a decision. It reversed here as well, but it sold a reversal. Now you're seeing more of that. You got the sell, support, reverse, sell, 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 support, reverse. So this is where you make a decision. What is the likelihood of this trade activating? Do I want to put my money in this position? Do you guys see what I'm saying when I kind of say it like that? What is the likelihood of this Day coming back and leaving, right? Does that make sense when I say it that way? So that's what trading is about. You make the decision, guys. Even when you're getting trade ideas for people, you can confirm what they're doing, right? Because their risk tolerance, their trading tolerance may be different from yours. You're like, man, I ain't gonna take that trade. It looked kind of 50-50 to me. Somebody else may say, man, it looks 70% to me. It looked like it really might happen. I'll take the risk. Your question, you always want to say it, am I willing to take the risk? That's all trading is. If you if you master risk management, guys, it doesn't matter how many times you lose a trade. You can lose 30 trades in a row. It's about risk management, your percentage. Some people out there risking 10, 20% of their account. Keep it under 3. I actually prefer keep it under 2. Okay. So, all right, so we got our wick. So now, so you tell them, so what's supposed to happen next? We got our breakout candle. What's the story? What are we doing now? What are we doing next? Okay, retest is to knock on the door or wick, but what is the action steps? What are we doing? We know what it should be doing, but what are your action steps? Perfect. Limit or execution. That's exactly it. So what's your entry price? What's your numbers? So we already took this trade. All I got to do is modify the numbers and place another position. All right. So what's the new numbers? You don't have to give me so many of them. Perfect. 71,835. That's it. So you can do our new entry price is going to be between 71,835 and what? What's our second number? What's our activation zone? Our execution zone, we can call it that. Or limit zone. Perfect. Yep, that's it, Mr. Anderson. 71,885. And then you modify your stop loss. Ooh, 885. Modify the stop loss. I'm gonna just do another 20, 885, 72, 88, 98, 08, 72, 085. And then we're looking for, if our entry price is at least at a 71.83 level, then let's go for at least a 10 pip target. So 71.83 minus 10 is what? 83 minus 10 is what? Perfect, 73. So we want price to at least hit the 71.73.5 level, and we're good to go. So that's what you do. You grab your phone, you place a limit, or you can do execution. Execution just means you alerted when you logged in, the app was already where you wanted the trade to be. All right. So if you do a limit, that means you just set a pending order. You're waiting for data to come back to the doorbell level. You may be asleep, you may be at work, you set a pending order. I do executions because I never want to miss an entry. That's why I'm an execution trader. All right. Because sometimes limits don't activate, even though you had the right prediction. And it is one pip it off, and then you activate your trade and your heart, you're sad about it, right? But you can do a sell limit at the wick and hope for the best. All right, so let's see what happens. So Dede left the house. What's supposed to happen next, family? He starts feeling guilty. What is he doing? That's right, he's coming back. Let's see. My goodness. So did Dede come back, yes or no? Perfect. Did he come back to the door or the doorbell? Door or doorbell? The door is pink, the bell is green. All right, the doorbell ain't touched yet. I mean, the door has not touched at all. This is the door level. Matter of fact, it's actually right here. So none of these candles has touched the pink line, but both of these candles have crossed the green line, which means my execution zone is ready to go. All right. So that's why I said you want to kind of just focus on a zone versus a particular level. I'll put limits in my doors because that's ultimately the door is the best entry, but the entry that's usually activated is the wick. All right. This zone, you just wanted to come here. If it comes somewhere in there, I don't want to use this word, but you want to think of it as a sniper. All right. If they hit your zone, you finna snipe that entry, press sell, make your stop loss and take profit modifications, and go on about your day. All right. After that, Look how many times he's hanging out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours, not including him still selling here. You got 5 hours a day he's hanging out. Price gradually starts going to profit, and it's going to profit really. This is what people get caught. Man, it's taking all day for this to move. It's 5 hours. We still listen. You're literally just making a prediction. It requires zero effort, no physical effort, no 8 to 10 hours a day of labor of anything. You just place it in there, make a prediction, set your stop loss, and you take profit, or don't set a take profit and let it trail and catch the whole position. And you don't do anything. I'm grateful for 1 pip, because if you put $100 in, you made 200. Y'all see what I'm saying? So don't get caught up in pips, get caught up in percentages. Know the percentages on your trading plan. All right. Check this out. Ooh. Price dropped all the way down to 71.56. Did we reach our TP level? Did we reach our TP level? Right. 71.73 is like right here somewhere, like right here. So price dropped way past that, ultimately from 83 to 56. So you got you about 30 pip drop right there. But it took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours before price finally dropped down. So what you're saying to me is that my profit grew 3,000%. 3,000% by me pressing sell and moving on my day. Right? You could have worked an 8-hour shift and your trade would have finally hit target. Y'all get what I'm saying? So trading is a gradual process. Once you understand it, when you understand the math and the percentages about how to modify your take profits and all that, from there, it's not a quick flip. You still got to compound your account. You still got to go for percentages. All right. Even if you got 50, 60, 100K in your account, if you're just looking to make quick bags and withdraw on Fridays, that's fine. Right. But ultimately, if you want to hit that $500,000 portfolio or higher, you got to compound. You got to be very, very disciplined in your trading. All right. So, and so, I mean, it's so redundant, y'all. That's another entry, right? So we got entry 1 up there, entry 2 right here. This is what I need y'all to pay attention to. Do we all understand that Dede was knocking on the door and hitting the doorbell right here? Yes or no? Everybody see that Dede is just hanging out, begging Kiki, right? Just getting on her last nerve, right? So this is our leave arrow, all right? So as Dede is hanging out here and he's ringing the doorbell to death, he basically almost broke the button. As Dede is hitting his doorbell, guys, what is Dede also creating? Who can catch it? We called the entry. We already made profit. The trade dropped 30 pips plus. But if you go back up and actually look at that, what else happened while he was knocking on the door? There you go. He's creating a new level of consolidation. So the retest, the begging, the pleading is also a setup for a new entry. Y'all with me? What I'm gonna do, drag my support line to a new level. All right, and you can put it here if you want to, but I'm gonna go here. All right. I don't have no wick entry because ain't no wicks over here. So I'm gonna just put these on top of each other. So remember, in real time, guys, you enter the trade here, you went into profit. Okay. So you went into profit. Okay. Everybody say profit. We in profit right here. Okay. We in profit. But let's say you close out your profit, or you're a brand new trader. You just jumped in the app with the team and I see a setup and I'm like, hey, y'all, they missed the last 2 trades, but let's get them for a 3rd time. What is the entry price, family? We need to reset our numbers. This is why you don't have to trade 50 million pairs a week. All right. What's the new entry price? We got date night. Do we have a breakout candle? Yes or no? We already made profit. I need y'all to remove the old 2 positions we already took. This is a clean slate. This is a whole new, we're looking at a whole new from the beginning. We got date night. So what else do we also have on the screen? What happens after consolidation? Just remember the story. What happens after consolidation? What happens after they tell Kiki a hella bad? Right. So look, this was our initial breakout, and that which became our entry. Guess what? I'm just gonna move the candle down here. Is this a breakout candle? Yes or no? We already made money on the candle. This is the beauty in DAEDAEKEYKEY. You already done made money on the candle. The candle is also another setup. So what's the entry price? I gotta put this train on YouTube. Perfect. So let's modify our numbers. Worst case scenario, we hit our stop loss. Not a big deal. Perfect. Good job on the numbers, DJ. So DJ said our entry price 71,709. We modify the stop loss. Yeah, I got a YouTube, but I had put nothing up in a while because I had to be compliant when I was doing other I am 71. So I'm gonna go for at least 60. All right, cool. We got entry price, 20 pip target, 20 pip stop loss, 10 pip and more target. So we just modified our third order. Let's see what happens. What's supposed to happen after the day they leave the house? All right, also known as what? Comes back, retest. What's another word for it? Give me the DAEDAEKEYKEY answer. There we go. I see it. Anderson, knock on the door. Boom. Let's see what happens. My neighbor's about to come over here and knock on my door. Ooh, tell me. Listen, DAEDAEKEYKEY Academy coming in the summer of 2022. Do y'all see that cotton picking entry? This is what I'm telling y'all. Just study structure. Study structure. That entry is ridiculous. If you would have had a sell limit right on that, oh my goodness, if you had a sell limit on this level right here on your door, because we didn't have no wicks. Oh my goodness, that's so beautiful. This is why I can't wait for the markets to get their sales back together, because when they trending, guys, you're gonna see so many entries on these trends, you're gonna be like, bruh. And there's gonna be a part of you that's what I want to catch every single entry. Then there's a part of you that just let the whole trade just ride all the way down. All right. So you got another entry from here to here in one candle, family. It went from 71.70 down to 71.52. That's another 20 pips. Please understand that every pip is 100% return on your investment. So if it moves 20 times, that's 2,000% growth. 30 pips is 3,000%. Right? 60 pips. 6,000%, right? That's not normal, y'all. You don't hear that in no area of any investment vehicle on the planet. Okay, I don't care how many cryptos you own. You're never going to hear somebody grew something at 3,000% in 1 hour. That's unheard of, and that's why people don't make it in the trading world, because they get so obsessed with how fast their money growing or how fast it flips that they jeopardize the integrity of the account because they don't have enough patience to let it become a snowball effect. Make your profit, keep growing. Make your profit. Guys, we just went 3-0 on one pair. Y'all with me? We just went 3-0. No stop loss was hit. January, I lost 3 trades. February, I lost the most trades in February I've ever lost in my entire trading life. I just figured it was God trying to teach me and train me up for something. I don't know what's going on. But just want to show y'all that. November to December, we was on a 4-week winning streak because of what I just trained y'all on. I'm telling y'all, this stuff is so easy. If you win, and like I said, you don't have to be 80% higher probability. If you understand this 50-60% and understand risk to reward, you'll still be able to be a profitable trader. But do y'all see what I'm saying with these breaks and retests? Just remember the analogy. When you see the breakout and you confirm the daily and 4-hour, press your limit or execution to go about your day. Guess what? This is another entry right here. Price activated here, went into profit. Not only did this go into profit, this is another area of consolidation. This is a 4th entry right here. So I went into profit on this one. If I wanted to press another sell entry, boom, price came right back up, sniped that one. So I got 2. So what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4. I forgot how many positions we took. How many trades was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 or 5 trades. And if all your positions are still in, all of them went all the way down. Okay. So, but that's how it works, guys. All right, just break and retest, break and retest. And look at this. Look at this right here. When I just told you I was day night, if you didn't catch the sniper entry, price sold all the way back down and came right back to the entry zone. Do y'all see that? If you didn't catch this entry right here, and Day left the house, and you remember the rules, price still came back, you know, or half a day later, and came right back down, and you hit the target, right? It's just ridiculous.
I have a
came back again and hit the target. Came back again. All right, and then you gotta, how far up did it go? Let me see from here. 60, that's 21 pips on the money. That's exactly 21 pips from the entry. So if you did a 20 pip stop loss, the trade kicked you out. If you did a 30 pip, you're still in a position and the price sells again. All right. So, but look how choppy this consolidation begins to be. All right. So orders are filling up, and then the heavy hitters come in, and then boom, it drops. All right. So 20 pip stop loss, you're out. 30 pip stop loss, you're still in it, and then price tanks. Okay. So I just want to show you that, guys, that on tonight. I mean, that's all I do. I just look at structure, study structure, study structure, study structure. And if you make a decision just to simply study structure and stop looking for a reason why you can't trade, stop looking for the reason why you're not a good trader, and just do the work. Stop looking for everybody else to be your answer and just go find the answer. I promise you, you'll be at ease. And once you get it, at that point, you're just managing your emotions. You're managing your risk to reward, and your risk management, and you compound it, right? Start your account 5, 10, 20K, whatever you can, and just compound it for 2 years, 5 years. That's where I'm at now. I don't even think about, I took some withdrawals last month. I don't even want to make no withdrawals. I'll say I'm on a 24-month. This is my goal, to stick it out for 24 months of completely compounding, and who knows what that number's going to be, right? So I just want you guys to see the redundancy in the market. So that's DAEDAEKEYKEY family. If y'all got some value tonight, let me know. Let me know if y'all got some value. I will upload this tomorrow morning and drop it on YouTube. So I hope y'all got some value. All right. Drop some flames, some ones in chat box if y'all got some value on tonight. It's been such a pleasure. But yeah, man, let's get it. All right. I'm also building out an academy. I don't know when it's going to be done. My goal is May, but it's a lot of information. I have like 54 lessons right now. In counting. But I hope you guys listen. Trading is easy. If you guys are with different academies, just find the person who teaches technical analysis. You'll be good to go. All right. That's the easiest way I can summarize it. Find somebody who just trades structure, and that's your person. All right. That correlates with this style of trading. All right. Find your person that teaches technical analysis. It's only one technical analysis. It's only breaks and retests. All right. So find an educator who teaches technical analysis. They may not use an analogy and say DAEDAEKEYKEY and stuff like that, but they may use more so institutional terms. But ultimately, it's all the same thing, man. But let's get it. It's February. I hope you guys have an amazing week. I will see y'all next Monday. Please bring your questions and concerns next week, and I'll drop the playback in the morning. All right. Thank you guys again. Have a good night.